Good evening, guys and girls. We are coming to you live tonight from Zurich, Switzerland. This is BWO's third pay-per-view of the year, World War E, and I am your voice of choice, DrMarxout. We're opening things up with our women's competition. Team Canada has officially been eliminated from contention, as we've seen from this morning's episode of Storm. I'm told we do have some surprise entrants. I don't know exactly what's going on. I'm just the guy with the microphone. Right now we have Team America's representative, CC Bones, finish her block at a record of 1-2. Defeating Team Canada's Kitty Barnes, but falling to Valentina and Shannon Higgins. I can also tell you the Team Ireland, after some debate in the back, has officially won the tournament. Ireland and Mexico did have a shared record, but Ireland, they decided to give the win to by the virtue of having won more brackets. The fact that they swept the tag team bracket and the cruiserweight bracket. Not the cruiserweight bracket, I'm sorry. They didn't win any in the cruiserweight bracket. They won the tag bracket and the women's bracket, whereas Team Mexico only won the cruiserweight bracket, or Blitz division. Right now we have the second place woman in the bracket, Valentina, representing Team Mexico and the Spice Rack. High class wrestling in the feed, representing the Triad. Valentina with that $750,000 coat paid for by a lot of Skeevy Ray Vaughan and a lot of hot sauce. Tonight's format will be a little bit different. The winning team in their matches is guaranteed 1 point. The team that takes the fall, none of these matches are elimination, but the team that takes the fall will lose a point. By the end of the night, we will have our official winner. Supernova Pro officially in the feed. The Triad is here in full effect tonight. As we await the entrance of our Irish representative, the winner of the women's bracket, who went undefeated, Shannon Higgins. We've seen her defeat CC Bones earlier this morning. Did it without her #1 shot, so we'll see what she has going for her tonight. The winners of tonight's card will be guaranteed shots at their respective belts. In regards to this match, we actually have the rematch from Insert Coin to continue, with Ali Starr and Beck Wild going one-on-one for Beck's women's title, due to the events of the last match having been settled by a countout. That match will be held under Falls Count Anywhere rules. We also have our Triad triple threat of the Juniors champions. Higgins looks ready to kick some heads off. As we look ready for the surprise entrant. I know that music, is that? There's no way. We have Misaki, the youngest member of the Yamamoto clan of HCW, in the house. Team Japan has entered the building. I am I don't know what to say right now. I didn't have any idea. I am stunned. I am shocked. I am Speechless. This is not what I expected at all. The youngest member of the Yamamoto clan. HCW representative. Misaki is here in Blitz. She's here at World Cup. She's here to get a title shot. This could completely change the dynamic of this match. Opening bell to our next pay-per-view is off, and Valentina and Misaki lock up as CC Bones and Higgins reignite with the match they had earlier. Bones takes Higgins off the apron with a powerbomb early. Valentina heads up to that second rope. Hits Misaki with a diving dropkick. Misaki with the side headlock on the outside. Valentina with a back kick to Masaki's face. If Masaki's here, I'm terrified to see who she brought with her. Misaki gets taken down with the neck snap from Valentina. Bones and Higgins up fighting out on the apron. Not on the apron, sorry, the ramp. Misaki misses a cutter. We have our first 20 Blitz coins of the night for Steve Taylor. Misaki walks into a dropkick from Valentina. Higgins thinking slam on the outside. Bones with the go behind, runs into a fireman's carry. Valentina with a beautiful standing moonsault. Follows it with an elbow drop. Bones sternum first into those steps. Misaki sent into a corner. Valentina plants her on the top rope. Jumping Rana. Follows that with the moonsault off the ropes. We got our first cover attempt of the match. Only a 2 count. Misaki wants to go a little bit longer. Rolls out of the way of a drop kick. Has Valentina hooked, plans for the backslide driver. Bones and Higgins still beating the holy hell out of each other on the outside. Valentina getting choked out by the knees of Misaki right now. His Bones hits a face breaker on the outside. Valentina gets dropped to the belly to back suplex on the inside. And Bones and Higgins finally back in the ring. Misaki in her first cover attempt of the match on Valentina only gets a 1 count. Bones switches her attention to Misaki finally. Sends her off the ropes and up over the top. Knocks Misaki off the apron now. Bones is going to the outside with her again. Higgins taken down by a pop-up runner from Valentina. Bones has dropped Misaki with a face buster on the outside. Runs her with the headbutt. Higgins snaps Valentina down by the arm. Bones back in to break it up. Valentina kicks out at 1.5. Bones heading back out to face off with Misaki some more. All 4 women back in the ring. Valentina on that top rope. Dives her with his crossbody to Higgins. We've seen some tandem offense now from the Face Paint sisters. Pin count broken up at 1. Valentina pushed back by Bones. Rolling neck snap by Bones onto Valentina. Higgins violates Wizard Rule in front of his sister. Not what you want to do. Bones with the blind man elbow drop onto Valentina. Higgins with the Rana takedown on Misaki now. Bones with those elbows to the traps of Valentina. Valentina catches Bones with the jawbreaker. Looked like she was thinking Northern Lights, but standing drop kick from Higgins. Takes Bones down with the spine buster. Apparently we're getting a new Misaki shirt soon. Bones takes an elbow drop to the back from Higgins. Misaki breaks up another pinfall attempt. This is the matchup I've been wanting to see since we see Misaki come out. The kicks are going to fly between these two as we see Misaki get taken down by some elbows. Higgins with that big backbreaker. Valentina has Bones squared up. Looked like she was thinking Caliente DDT. Bones slipped out of the back. Runs through with the neck breaker. Bones heads up to the top and Misaki up to the second rope. Misaki misses that diving splash. Bones hits C defeat on Valentina. Does not go for the pin. Misaki locked in that submission hold. Broken up by Bones. Higgins sent up over the top. Knocked off by Bones. Valentina and Misaki down in the ring. Valentina finally pulls herself to her feet after taking that stop from Bones, who just tossed Higgins. Valentina with that neck breaker on Misaki. He's pulling her away from the ropes. A hatch suplex from Bones on Higgins. All forward and back in the ring. Bones into the pinfall attempt. Misaki still down. Higgins pulled into that right hand from Bones. Higgins rolls to the outside. Bones has a hold of Misaki, sends her into that corner. Whips her off the ropes, comes bouncing off, hits her with that roaring elbow. Misaki could be out. Bones heading up top. Valentina catches her with that rising knee. Jumps and catches her with the run, and then a backflip for good measure. Valentina sends Bones into that corner. Misaki could very well be dead down there. Valentina ducks a clothesline, comes back to forearm. Breaks up the wizard kick. Standing Shiranui out of Valentina. Valentina has Higgins hooked up. Plants her with that fisherman buster. And a sunset bomb from Bones onto Misaki. We apologize for the technical difficulties. All sorts of action going on right now. I haven't gotten to see the second, third, or fourth matches with Higgins and Savage yet, Supernova, so I've been kind of behind on the times right now. Valentina down on the outside. Higgins caught with the pop-up Rana from Bones. Walks into a vertical from Misaki. Yamamoto combo broken up by Valentina, who catches Bones with another standing Chirinui. That short version of that Caliente. Bones has Misaki set up for that big knockout shot. Gets all of it. Valentina stepped out of the way of that headbutt. Walks into a Regal cutter, though. Bones has Valentina covered. Valentina powers out at 2. Back elbow on Misaki. Misaki sent over the top rope. Fights her way back in. Misaki thinking big slam on Higgins, gets caught with a jumping arm breaker. So we see Bones drop with a drop toe hold from Valentina. Bones sent in that corner. Valentina and Higgins looking like they have ill intentions. That low shoulder block. Valentina comes in and breaks up that super kick set. Gets the Caliente fully on Bones. Turns her attention to Higgins. Spikes with that neck breaker. Valentina down in the cover. Bones managed to power out as Misaki would look like she was a second too late getting back in to break up that cover attempt. Standing frog splash. Valentina looks like she missed a little bit. Jumping hip attack from Misaki onto Bones. Showing exactly where she hit her. Higgins spikes Misaki down. Looked like Bones was thinking Rana driver. Jumping shoulder tackle by Bones onto Misaki. Misaki sent into that corner by Higgins. Valentina makes her way back in. One more standing Shiranui. Tossing those things out like Oprah's giving out cars. And a Spanish fly out of Valentina. Showing why she is the most agile of our women's division. Higgins fights back from the ground with that shot. Misaki with the step up in Seguri. Doesn't get all of it, but takes Higgins down enough. Bones breaks up that pin attempt right before it even starts. Misaki knocked off that apron by Bones. Bones has spent probably the most time on the outside. The ref's taken down right now. Valentina looking like she's going up top. And Bones just did a somersault into that overhead belly-to-belly suplex. Takes Valentina off that top, and Valentina goes the whole way out. Misaki taken down by a scoop slam. Heads out to the outside one more time. We get Bones and Higgins left in the ring. Bones with that series of headbutts to the top of the head of Higgins. Higgins with the rake to the eyes, breaks the hold. Sent over the top. CC Bones, the only woman left in the ring right now. Violating Wizard Rule one more time. Gets thrown off that top by a German suplex. Apparently we're starting a Misaki death count, which is at 4 right now. Bones gets taken down by a neck breaker. Again, stretching Misaki out with that surfboard hold. Bow and arrow hold. It's one of those weird angle things. Can't really, it's just a hold. Misaki flips down into a cover attempt. Crucifix driver on Higgins. Yeah, Misaki's kind of standing right now. CC Bones taken out with another Caliente DDT. Misaki chases Higgins out. Valentina following instead of going for the cover. Higgins back in to pick up the scraps. Valentina in to break up that pinfall, gets it split up at 1. And that big Shiranui has been her go-to. She's throwing it out like clotheslines. One more Caliente on Bones. Bones has taken the majority of those in this match. Every time they've gotten broken up. As it just happened again right there. This match continues. Everyone but Higgins has hit their big shot in this match to this point. Misaki put up on the top by Valentina. Taken down by a pop-up Rana. As Higgins up into slam position, gets countered with that layout reverse DDT. Sends Valentina off the ropes. Catches her with the pop-up Rana. Holds on. Bones right there to break up the count. High kick from Higgins. And that face buster from Bones onto Higgins. Bones with a big tornado DDT on Valentina. Misaki kicks Valentina down low. Big Yamamoto cutter, dead center of the ring. Misaki down with the cover attempt on Valentina. Broken up by Bones. That could have been it. Basement drop kick. Big splash from Misaki onto Valentina. Sunset bomb on the inside from Valentina to Misaki. Valentina could be thinking high risk, heading up to the top. Big corkscrew moonsault. Wasn't a moonsault, it was a somersault plancha of sorts. Higgins sends Misaki into that corner. Valentina has a hold of Misaki while Higgins looked like she was playing in her next move, jaw-jacking. Valentina runs into a big boot from Misaki. Follows it up with the snap suplex. Drops her on the back of her head. Higgins sends Misaki into that corner one more time. Bones re-enters. Gets a hold of Higgins, broken up by Misaki. Works on that arm of Higgins. Misaki knocks Bones off that top rope, that Enziguri. Misaki now the only one in the match left standing in the ring. Valentina re-enters. Runs through with that Lucha Libre Hurricanrana takedown. Supernova Pro is officially endorsing Bones to win this match. Jumps through with that neck breaker on Misaki. Goes for the kick. Valentina catches it, delivers an elbow to the knees, follows it with a soul kick to the guts. Going for the sheer knee, but broken up by by Higgins, who then knocks Valentina on her head. Bones goes for that standing plancha, no water in the pool. Bones has a hold of Valentina. Valentina now set pillar to post. Misaki with that big hip attack on Bones one more time. Yeah, Valentina hasn't looked the same since she got dropped on her head by Higgins. Higgins with a go behind on Valentina, lays her out with that reverse DDT. As Misaki and Bones are on the outside trading shots. There's the two women in blue going after each other now. Bones with a big Rana driver. Spikes Misaki off that mat. Bones heads up top. Cartwheel moonsault, gets all of it on Misaki. Valentina goes to take out Bones, takes out the ref. Misaki kicks Bones down low. Could be thinking Yamamoto cutter with no ref to count it. Gets all of it. Valentina's officially had 2 deaths in the match to go along with Misaki's 37. Higgins with that reverse DDT counter on Valentina one more time. Misaki thinking vertical, broken up by Bones. Sleeper slam by Higgins onto Valentina. Higgins has her feet on the ropes. Ref doesn't see it. Valentina finds a way to power out. Sends Higgins into that corner. Plants her on that top rope. Has his legs hooked, that big spider German suplex. Higgins wisely rolls out. Bones gets taken down by that Rana. .9. Misaki breaks up that pin at just the right time. Goes to steal one of her own, and Valentina breaks that up immediately. Misaki caught by a jawbreaker. Big butterfly suplex, gutbuster. Looked like she caught a kick from Valentina on the way up. Valentina working on the knees of Misaki now. Elbow drop from Bones. Goes back to work on Higgins. Misaki with that single arm complete shot. Higgins breaks the eyes. Single knee facebuster on Misaki. We're coming up on a half hour gone, and this is our first match of the night. It's going to be a long night. Higgins sends Misaki starting first into those steps. We've seen her bounce Bones off that the first 5 minutes of the match. Switches her attention back to Bones. All 4 women heading back in. Valentina heading up to the High Renin district. Sends Bones into that corner. Higgins has spent a good chunk of the last few minutes jaw-jacking every time she gets one of her opponents in that corner instead of doing what she needs to do. Feels like the fact she's beaten everybody, she's superior. Goes pillar to post with Bones. Valentina measuring Misaki. Has her hooked. Spikes her with that Caliente DDT one more time. Higgins knocks Bones off that apron. Turns her attention to Valentina. Sends her into that corner, sternum first. Spins her around. Hits her with that shot down low. We've seen this broken up earlier. That big trio super kicks. There's two. Runs through, spikes her with the third. That was enough to take Bones out earlier. Sends Misaki up. Catches her with that single leg drop kick. Bones has a hold of Higgins. Gets caught with those elbows. Higgins sends Bones into that corner. Gets reversed. Bones with a big tornado DDT on Higgins. Goes for that low kick, gets the elbow to the knee. That judo-like toss. Big T-bone suplex. Bones with all the momentum on Valentina now. Misaki re-enters the ring. Big hip attack on Bones from Misaki. Bones sent pillar to post by Valentina. Runs into a back elbow. Gets clotheslined right back in by Misaki. Alley bomb ruined by Valentina with a drop kick. Bones now catching the beat down from all three women right now. Kick tossed back in by Misaki. Misaki with that big shot. Follows it up with that big Yamamoto combo. That back kick to the face of Higgins. Valentina with the Russian leg sweep. Higgins looked like she was thinking vertical. Valentina rolls her up. Has a hold of her. Kick out at 2. Higgins snapped there down by Valentina. Bones those elbows to the top of the head. Has Valentina up with that butterfly, drops her in that lung blower one more time. Has Higgins measured for that fireball right hand shot. Misaki walks in and kicks her low. Could be thinking Yamamoto cutter. Nails it in front of Higgins. Higgins with a shot to the back of Misaki. Sends her in that corner. Valentina's finally starting to stir on the outside. Misaki clothesline in that corner by Bones. Sent over the top rope by Valentina. Who's now sent into that corner face first by Higgins. Higgins looking for that super kick triad once again on Valentina. Valentina taken down by those super kicks. Standing single leg drop kick by Misaki on Bones. Misaki those big shots on Higgins. Higgins with the go behind. Kicks Misaki back up from that second rope. Dives through with the Rana. Valentina once again gets taken down by that single arm facebuster. And Bones just gets the taste left out of her mouth by Higgins. incredible kick from Higgins. Finally takes out Bones. Valentina slowly getting to her feet. Breaks up that pinfall attempt at the last second. Big pop-up DDT from Bones onto Higgins. Valentina lays Misaki out with that layout reverse DDT. A headstand from the side headlock from Bones onto Misaki. Standing Sherman will be broken up by Bones from onto Misaki. Misaki sent sternum first into that turnbuckle one more time. Looked like Bones was thinking Regal Cutter. Gets caught with that Yamamoto combo. Higgins has Bones in that corner. Yeah, everyone's died quite a few times, Supernova. And as I said, this is only our first match. We still have 5 more to go after this. The women trying to show up and steal the show before there's even a show to steal. Bones breaks up that Yamamoto cutter. He gets tossed into the turnbuckle for troubles. Catches Misaki coming in with the back elbow. That butterfly gutbuster one more time. Valentina tries to steal one. Bones breaks it up immediately. Cartwheel moonsault from Bones onto Misaki. And CC Bones officially finally wins the match on Misaki. I couldn't see what happened because there was so much going on in the ring at once. But CC Bones officially puts Team America up 1 point and Japan moved to -1. Yes, for the sake of this, we are going into minus points. As the women once again turning in what could be one of our matches of the year. So we move on to our tag team division. By virtue of officially winning, Ireland has a chance to win points that only one other team gets to win here. As the Fomori are taking on, we're now finding out, the Syndicate, the team of Hyper Suzuki and Akira. If this trend continues, I can only imagine who's going to be in our main event, which is our heavyweight division. I don't want to speculate, but I've got a few ideas. Unrestricted 2 is a good-ass pay-per-view, though, Supernova. If you guys haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend. They are on demand right now. Go check out Supernova Pro's pay-per-view from this week. The feature tag team match of High and Mighty versus Demario Bennett and Iceman, setting up the events of our special match tonight. The Fomori completely ran through their tag team bracket, went undefeated. High and Mighty was second place in the tag team division with a record of 2-1. But for this match, we didn't deal with second place. We only gave it to the first place team. Yeah, HCW is kind of trying to steal the show tonight. We do have one representative of Supernova Pro on the card for tonight. Shenanigans has showed up in all three companies now. Mighty has shown up in all three companies. Bake is everywhere. These two men are the Fomori. Outside of Dougal Devlin's match at Ballroom Blitz for High Class Wrestling, their first pay-per-view of the year has stayed just as Blitz for the time being. Outside of wrestling for his home country in Blarneystone Blitz. I believe it's pronounced Fomori. I'm probably wrong. My Gaelic's a bit off, but I'm told that they're a race of basically world-ending giants in Irish mythology. So the fact that one of the representatives is the former Blitz Division champion makes me laugh. But Murphy Law is not a small man. I wouldn't quite say he's a giant, but he's much larger than Dougal Devlin. That technical mentality of Dougal Devlin makes him a giant in his own right. I suppose whenever the other man can't stand up, everyone's a giant. As these two men representing Ireland, still laying claim to the fact that the World Cup was their idea. And the Irish guys are loved by the UK representatives of Supernova, whereas the Syndicate's loved by everybody, representing the Silver Dragon Dojo, representing the Yamamoto clan, and High Class Wrestling. Former HCW Super Junior champions in both Hyper Suzuki and Akira. I think Akira's been a champion. I don't know. One of you guys might have to fact check that for me. And it looks like Akira and Dougal Devlin starting things off here tonight. Akira walks right into that poison mist from Dougal Devlin, showing no respect for the Japanese culture. Yeah, our graphics guy may have messed that up. Devlin working on that knee of Akira early. Devlin with that tunnel vision once he focuses on the limbs. Spikes Akira with that vertical suplex DDT. Akira fights back with that double leg takedown. Brings in Hyper Suzuki. Okay, so Akira is a former Super Junior champion, just not televised. Whereas Hyper Suzuki, who had the belt last year, gets caught with that inverted atomic drop. Has his knee driven into the mat by that knee of Devlin. He follows it up with another one. Devlin now with that bow and arrow lock. Folds Hyper Suzuki in half. Two-time Super Junior champion. Now sending that Fomori corner as we get our first look at Murphy Law. Devlin with that figure four lock, then his Law comes off the top of that stomp to that exposed knee. Devlin's so dangerous, whereas most people go after one move, one limb. Most of Devlin's moves that focus on both legs at once. The potentially four-time former Super Junior champion tags out, brings Akira back into this match, who's now sent over the top rope by Law. Knocked off the apron with that big shot. Sent to that Dutch announce table. Lukewarm and Tad Chili are our Dutch announce team. has a hold of Murphy Law, snap suplex on the outside. Sent back in by Akira, ref's count broken up. Big springboard crossbody. Keeps Law on the mat. Breaks up the strike. Big flatliner from Law takes Akira out. Akira with that arm drag. Looked like he was thinking Tyrion DDT. Murphy Law fights back with that knee. And another shot of poison missed. Follows it up with one more flatliner. Akira with that hot tag brings Suzuki back in. Runs through Law with that drop kick. Big pop-up power bomb. Devlin runs through with a kitchen sink knee, but then gets back body dropped over the top rope. I think the Dutch announce team just came with the arena for this one, Supernova. We're in Switzerland. I think they just kind of gave it to us on a courtesy. As Devlin sends Sternum first into that barricade, bounces back with that knee into the guts of Suzuki. Plants Devlin out on the outside with that Michinoku driver. Devlin sent into those sternum. There's Sternum first. Suzuki takes Law off the rope with that shoulder tackle. Refs count at 9. Devlin in just before the count. Fire pro elbow to the back of Suzuki's head. Devlin with that hot shot on the top rope. Suzuki unleashes that hyper combo. That kick low. Suzuki, who has won a World Cup from Team Japan. Basement drop kick stuffed. Devlin fights back. Has a hold of that knee, rolls through. Holds onto the knee bar. Suzuki with that big up kick. We get our first cover attempt of the match. Devlin powers out at 1. Suzuki spins around and spikes him with the hyper driver. Has to take a knee to catch his breath. Pulls Devlin away from the ropes. Law in to break up the pin. Law with the basement drop kick to the knee of Akira. Spinning back has just missed. The Suzuki now goes to work on the knees. Look, he accidentally hit his own teammate with that drop kick. Suzuki with that tiger bomb on Devlin. That big snap suplex looked like he may have actually caught the back of the head of Devlin on that rope. Akira brought back in. Akira caught with that arm breaker. Devlin violates Wizard Rule right in front of one of his proteges, gets brought back into that short Rana. Akira with that neck crank. Devlin fights back with that jawbreaker. Runs into a fireman's carry counter. Snapmare by Akira. Here for the neck. Falls it through that trio of elbows to the top of that bald head. Devlin wisely, with diving tag, brings in law with that basement dropkick to both knees of Akira. Drives Akira face first in the mat with the knee and holds him there. Big kick to the back. More poison mist. Has a hold of him. Spikes him with that sleeper slam. It looks like Akira's busted open off of that knee. Akira with that back elbow. Runs through with another one. Follows it up with a Tanahashi. Forward, low kick. Takes Law down. Devlin in to break it up to 2.5. Law rolls out of the way, the drop kick to the back. Has a hold of Akira. Spikes him with the worst case scenario. Down for the cover. And the Fumori continue their undefeated ways as Devlin breaks that up. Breaks up the pinfall breakup attempt by Suzuki with that running knee. Team Japan is now down -2. And the Fumori continuing the beatdown after the match. Hyper Suzuki, who ate that facebuster as the bell, is getting completely stomped on now by the Fumori. And the Fumori officially on the map now with Ireland, as Ireland and America both at 1 point each. As we move on, take a break from the tournament action. That big trio, that big triad triple threat match we've been promising you. The 3 juniors champions of the respective companies, Mighty representing the Blitz division of us here at the Blitz Wrestling Organization. Cade, the Super Junior Champion of High Class, and the newly crowned Light Heavyweight Champion of Supernova Pro, Demario Bennett. This match isn't about titles, it's just about bragging rights. Cade has been on an absolute tear in HCW this season. Mighty's been on quite the meteoric rise himself, and Demario Bennett, the only man in SPW that I'm aware of right now that can say that he's held 2 belts, as he is a former tag team champion for them. Stop now. Once in a while I'm good with my facts. So we've seen High and Mighty take on Demario Bennett and Iceman earlier. Neither of those men were involved in the pinfall, as we've seen Bake pin his old friend Iceman. Our Blitz Division champion out first, wearing that High and Mighty gear. We've seen him debut in their last match in the tag team bracket. Defeated Dougal Devlin for that belt at insert coin to continue. fell just short of being named a top contender for the high-class wrestling Super Junior title. As the lights are out, we await the next man in this match. Representing Project Mayhem, did not bring the HCW belt with him. We've seen the newest member of Project Mayhem today, Jacob Oxley of Ireland. Cade promises there will be more of the disease spread in well, I'm sure in HCW also, but there will be at least 1 or 2 more members unveiled here in the coming months and weeks in Blitz. Cade was officially the second man of the Project Mayhem stable across the Triad to win a belt. The first one to do it in high-class wrestling this year when we've seen him beat Alex Davis at Uprising Revenge. And then they immediately gained another belt in the following match when Dante Ripley beat Iceman. If you haven't seen it yet, on-demand service, go watch it. Prime time, Demario Bennett is here officially in Blitz. We've seen him out this morning, answering the challenge. Prime time, the only internationally recognized superstar in this match, as he is from Canada. I would say foreign, but technically we're in Switzerland. They're all foreign. Cade and Mighty both representing Pittsburgh. Mighty just represents it a little bit harder. Special exhibition match, triple threat. We are off as Cade immediately goes after Mighty. Snaps him down with that arm breaker. Immediately turns attention to Primetime, drops him with the backbreaker. Snapmares Primetime down. Delivers that trio of elbows to the neck. Mighty breaks that up with a leg drop though, brother. Mighty brings Cade back in and spikes him with that spine buster. Primetime up on that second rope. Mighty snaps him off by his leg. Has Cade hooked, spikes him with that full Nelson bomb. Sinking DDT. Primetime reverses with that Russian leg sweep. Canadian leg sweep. Catches Mighty coming back in. Big roundhouse kick to the chest. Cade, big spine buster on Ultra Swagness Prime, according to Supernova. Well, we know who he's backing in this match. Cade going to work on Primetime with the European uppercut. Makes it a double. Mighty runs through with the neck breaker on Cade. Follows it up with that standing senton. And not so fat boy splash. Mighty heads that second rope, rolls through with that senton. Primetime caught up on that rope. Mighty has Cade up in the fireman's position, spikes him down. Follows it through with the fat boy combo. We get our first cover broken up immediately by Primetime. Sent into the corner by Mighty. Primetime catches him with a running knee, follows that through with a wheel kick. Tyrion DDT. Cade with that elbow to the back of Mighty's head. Brings Mighty back into that knee to the sternum. Cade catching his breath as Primetime comes in, pulls Mighty away from the ropes. Drives that knee in the lower back. As a hold of Cade, sends him into that neutral corner. Runs through with that drop kick. Doesn't look like he got all of it. Cade looked like he was thinking something. Gets caught with that single arm face buster. Primetime has Mighty up on the shoulders. Hits him with that hot shot on the top rope. Throat first. Mighty rolls out to catch his breath, regain his bearings. Primetime with that inverted suplex on Cade. Off the ropes, lion salt from the Primetime. True Canadian move there, as we get a kick out at 2. Mighty back in, spins Primetime around, plants him with the German. Has a hold of him, spikes off the dragon, almost threw him right onto Cade's face. Has him hooked in that straitjacket, holds on with the bridge, 3 Rivers. Primetime out at 2.5. Mighty spins Primetime around, has a hold of him, nails him with the Blizzard of 93. Cade sends Mighty into that corner. Gets him with the shoulder tackles set. Choking him out with the knees. Brings Primetime back to his feet. I don't know why he didn't go for the cover there. Runs through with the forearm. Makes it a double. Ducks a clothesline. Spikes him with the spine buster. Has a hold of the legs of Primetime. Drops him with that alley-oop sit-down bomb. Cade in for the cover. Primetime out at 2.5. Mighty back in the ring. Not where you want to be. Cade with a game over on Mighty. We've seen him win matches with that. Mighty with some fight left, kicks out at 2.5. Cade has a hold of that arm, delivers those elbows. Sent into that corner, not where you want to be with Cade. Mighty agrees with a standing switch, runs into that gut wrench. Cade turns his attention back to Primetime, sends him pillar to post. Runs into the big boot from Primetime. Takes Cade down, pairs clotheslines. Big stinger splash. I'm pretty sure it came through from halfway across the ring. Ducks a clothesline from Cade. Catches him with that jumping lariat with the kip up. Primetime wrenching on the neck of Cade. Looks like Mighty hit Primetime with a single leg drop kick and then finished the leg drop brother onto Cade. Trying to steal one. Cade powers out at 2. Rolls out of the way the kick of Mighty. Mighty sent into that turnbuckles. Primetime pulls himself to his feet. Cade runs into a boot. Gets popped up into a neck breaker. It's Cade wisely rolling out of the ring. Mighty delivers that Fat Boy combo to Primetime. Mighty pulls Primetime away. Powers out at 2.5. This match continues. These two exchanging shots. Big code breaker. from Primetime. Token Canadian move. Cade breaks the pinfall up at 2 1/3. Primetime with that Rana driver. Trying to finish Cade off. Cade kicks out at 2. Cade has found a new level of resiliency and aggression since joining Project Mayhem. Irish whip reversed by Bennett. Turns Cade around in that corner. Mighty with a big running elbow takes Cade off his feet. German suplex on Primetime. Spun around into the Blizzard of 93 out of nowhere. And just like that, Mighty is your winner. In the battle of the juniors division, chalk went up for us here at Blitz. So we see that first Blizzard of 93 early. Might even get caught with that game over from Cade. Thought it was over right there. Mighty would find a way to fight back with a Fat Boy combo on Primetime. That big code breaker. Thought he was going to set up Air Canada there. But Mighty, who is 2-0 against Primetime, even though I'm only going to count this one because the other one was a tag team match and they weren't involved in the pinfall. Cade's streak of not doing so well in multi-man matches is maintained. He is 0 I think 4 this year in multi-man matches. As we move on to our lone title match on the card. This match will be fought under Falls Count Anywhere rules, so we do not have another count-out situation. As Allie Starr looks to dethrone Beck Wild, who's held the belt since Cease and Desist. These two women put on a 5-star match that ended in a count-out. Let that sink in for a minute. As these two women looking to steal the show one more time. I just wanted to point out the fact that our first match, our women's match, took over 40 minutes. We've had 3 matches in that time span in about 20 minutes. The women are putting on a spectacle this evening. The winner of this match will take on whichever country's woman ends up winning World Cup. As of right now, Team Ireland and Team America are tied at 1 point apiece. We do have 2 more tournament-based matches coming up after this. The whole damn show, Allie Starr makes her way down. We can officially now call the Blitz Women's title the Blitz Women's World Championship, as we are defending it off of American soil. Allie Starr fell just short of actually qualifying for the World Cup match, falling in a triple threat match that was won by CC Bones. Was rewarded this rematch on the sole virtue of winning the match against Beck Wild at insert coin by countout. The only blemish on Beck's record to this point. And the only other Canadian on the card tonight, our women's world champion, Beck Wild. Making her second defense on that belt that she won at Cease and Desist. We've seen her brothers earlier today on Storm defeat the Spice Rack, picking up their only win in the tournament bracket. Beck Wild, a very proud women's champion. Without a doubt, the happiest woman on our roster. At least outward appearance-wise. Representing St. Louis, Missouri, the challenger, Allie Starr. And representing British Columbia, Canada, our reigning and defending women's champion, Beck Wild. Both of these women, the only women that have kicked out of their opponent's finishers. So our referee holds that belt high. Women's title match is a go. Allie Starr opens it up with that sit-down jawbreaker. Runs into a fireman's carry counter from Wild. Sends Starr off that rope. Catches it with that judo toss power slam combination. Beck follows it up that snap suplex. Making Tyrion DDT, gets caught with a knee by Starr, who follows that up with a big elbow. Back clothesline over that top rope by Allie. This match heads to the playground where falls can happen. Starr with that DDT to the leg. Follows it up with a stomp to the guts, walks it through. Combination of big overhand shots, follows it up with a slap to our champion. Short curb stomp onto those mats. We get our first cover attempt of the match. Wild kicks out at 1.5. That ref runs right back away, does not want to get too close. Beck off the ground with that pop-up Rana. She goes for a cover attempt. Starr powers out at 1 just the same. Starr fed face first into that turnbuckle post as that arm spiked down on the mats. Sweeps the leg like the Cobra Kai. Sends Beck down the side of that ring. Starr with the push-ups, just sheer disrespect to the back of Wild. Sits down with that neck breaker. Heads up top. Could be thinking super high risk. Goes for the elbow, doesn't get anything but mat. That was a hell of a long way to fall and get nothing. Both of them back to their feet. Wild with that back elbow. Runs through with a token. Can I say black eye move, Supernova? Even though it's, you know, she's a Canadian white woman. Starr with that code red on the outside, holds on. Wild out at 1.5. Sits up into a big kick from Star. Runs through with that big drop kick. Thank you for that call, Supernova Pro. I'll have to call on you anytime that happens. Back with the jawbreaker, runs through with that tilt-a-whirl neck breaker. Back trying to fire herself back up. Has a hold of Star on the shoulders. Drops her with that hot shot on the apron. The hardest part of the ring. Back going to work on the legs. Returns the favor from Allie from earlier, but she stomps her and walks it out. Tyrion DDT on the outside. We get another pin attempt. Another 1 count. Neither of these women wanting to go down easy. Big knee drop from Beck. Turns Allie around. Now with the standing switch, kicks out the back of the knee. Grabs a hold of that waistlock. Beck fights out with the elbows and then runs through with a big clothesline. Has a hold of Star one more time. Sends her into that barricade. Dropping bombs. Introduces her one more time to the barricade. Follows it up with another combination of strikes. Ref runs back down. We get our first 2 count of the match. Star looked like she was going for a big roundhouse kick. Beck stuffed it. Has a hold of her by the back of the hair. Star fights back with the elbows to the guts. Beck stuffs the elbow. Big corkscrew forearm. Dutch announce team moves out of the way of their table. Now Star's sent back into the ring. Beck gives chase. Beck has a hold of Star. Spikes her with the moose knuckles, holds on. Allie Star kicks out of the moose knuckles, the only woman to do it, and she's done it twice. Beck blocks the overhand shot. Northern Light suplex does not bridge it out. Iceman's kicking rocks somewhere. DDT in the ring. Beck slowing the pace down. Looked like she was going for another Tyrion. Gets caught with a knee. Allie with that Ura Shoten style throw. Spikes Beck. Goes for that low kick. Gets caught. Kicking the hamstring. Big elbow from Beck. Runs through with that shotgun kick. Allie Star powers out at 2.9. Beck thinking pop-up Rana gets dropped by the big power bomb from Star. We head back out to the outside. Beck, that standing switch, gutbuster. Falls out with the elbow drop. Powered up with the kick by Star. Star stomps it out, walks it through one more time. Blatant disrespect. Kick down low, has a hold of Star by the back of her head. Star fights out with the elbows. Has a hold of Wild, drops her with that choke slam. No, looked like Wild reversed it into a DDT. Wild has her up, no. Spikes her with the moose knuckles on the outside. And Star found a way to power out of the moose knuckles. The referee had to run from way across on the outside. Star fights out of this power slam attempt with that layout reverse DDT. Knockout kick. Back with an arm drag takeover. Runs through with that tilt-a-whirl neck breaker. Up kick from Star. This match continues. Dives through with the Fez press, raining down shots. Stop to the guts is Wild one more time. Wild brought to a knee, fights back from the ground with that shot. Northern Light suplex. Holds on with the bridge. Star fights out at 2.5. Iceman is a little bit happier somewhere. Dragon Screw plants Wild on the outside. Back with that standing switch into that gutbuster one more time. Follows it up with the elbow. Likes that combination. Runs into a fireman's carry. These two exchanging shots. Star reintroduced to that barricade. And reintroduced a third time by the face. Wild has her hooked up. Moose knuckles one more time. Referee in better position. And Beck Wild retained successfully. Getting that measure of revenge. Took 2 moose knuckles on the outside. We've seen Wild duck that knockout kick. First moose knuckles hit her on the inside. One more look at it. A kick to the hamstring. These two women fought all over the outside, all over the inside of the ring. But in the end, it would take 3 moose knuckles, 2 of them on the mats, with Beck Wild successfully retains that women's championship. We'll now be looking forward to the ending of this tournament to see who her next challenger will be. For at least one more day, Beck Wild is your women's world champion. We're moving back into tournament action, our Blitz division. And Shi Midori enters the fray for Team Japan as he takes on Celtic Dragon, Naga, and Paul Smackage. Naga went 3-0 in the bracket. And we've seen him defeat Paul Smackage earlier. Smackage went 2-1, where Celtic Dragon was unable to pick up a win, but put on amazing performances in all of those losses. Green Death himself hasn't really put on too many matches this year in HCW. Towards the end of last season for them, though, just put on an absolute performance where we've seen him at Uprising Survival. He managed to pin Superstar and then put on a 5-star match against then champion Zero. If you guys haven't subscribed to High Class Wrestling and Supernova Pro, go do it after our show tonight. Or do it during intros. I don't care. Just subscribe to the Triad. To this point, Team Ireland and Team America both have 1 point, whereas Team Japan is at -2. Team Mexico not on the board yet. Paul Smackage makes his way down to the ring first. The master of the small package. Not in a porny way, that belongs to Izzy Wrecked. May continue in about 1,000 ways. I don't think it's the Team Japan's looking a bit not good. Maybe it's just jet lag, because I don't know how long they knew they were coming in tonight. As far as I know, they just got here today. As Naga, the man that went undefeated in the Blitz bracket, with the best record of the Spice Rack. We've seen him and Smackage go at it for a good bit this morning in that last match. The Tijuana Reaper. Looking to get it done for his country. I'm being told a big skirmish has broken out in the back between the Fomori and the other members of the Spice Rack. Positively incensed that the Irish team did get that extra tag team match. So we get our look at Celtic Dragon. Man from Blarney Stone Blitz. Hasn't had quite the turnout he was hoping for. Has put on fantastic showings in every match, even though they haven't been successful. Probably will have the most of an aerial advantage in this match. As we await the entrance of Green Death. Younger brother to Wizard, older brother to Misaki. Bring a little bit of that Japanese strong style to our Blitz division. Shimadori makes his Blitz debut. I'm being told this match will also be fought under Falls Count Anywhere rules. Look for this to try to steal the show. Green Death surveys the landscape. Looking to climb that big hill. Put Team Japan back in contention. Tournament action is a go. Smash locks up with Dragon. Midori and Naga lock it up. Dragon looked like he was thinking Ronda gets caught with that sit-down powerbomb from Smackage. Naga with that spin-out leg drop, brother. Smackage has Dragon hooked to that hammerlock, plants him with that Northern Lights, no bridge. So you see that Lucha Libre arm drag from Naga with the knee drop. Figure force the neck of Midori. Dragon with the pop-up knee onto Smackage. This match is going to be so far all over the place. Midori runs into 2 spin kicks, and we just seen a second rope Phoenix splash from Dragon onto Smackage. Smackage just flipped up and hit Dragon with the standing Enziguri. Naga and Midori look like they're going to start tying it out in the playground. Naga dives over, shoots the clothesline, runs through. Plants Midori with the Wizard special. Could be calling out the brother there. Speaking of brother, that corkscrew leg drop. Naga heading up top. Moonsault onto Midori. Doesn't look like he got any of it. Smackage and Dragon tying up on the outside. Drop salt from Smackage onto Celtic Dragon. Green Death back to his feet. Dragon with that satellite Rana head scissor takedown. Naga has Midori up on that top rope. Gets kicked back. We get our first pinfall attempt. Midori spikes Naga with that flapjack. Smackage sent back in by Dragon. Midori with the Northern Lights on her Naga, no bridge. Midori thinking hide risk. Dives with the elbow, no water in the pool. Naga in the pin attempt. Gets caught with the leg drop, brother. Never thought I'd see this many short leg drops, but out of a cruiserweight match. Naga ducks the clothesline to Smackage, plants with the DDT. And then finally switch off. We finally get our first look at Dragon versus Naga. Not Dragon, Naga, they were fighting. Tiger suplex from Dragon onto Midori. That's what I meant to say. Naga with that picture-perfect neck snap on Smackage. Celtic Dragon with the namesake suplex. Dragon suplex onto Midori. Powers out at 1. We see Smackage drop with a hot shot. Another pin attempt. Dragon breaks that up. Dragon and Naga both out. Dragon with a backflip just because he can. Naga with a springboard forearm. Takes Smackage out of his boots. Midori with that flapjack on Dragon. Smackage with the German on Naga. Breaks up the pinfall attempt. Midori with those elbows to the traps of Dragon. Smackage takes knocks down with a pair of clotheslines. Ducks a clothesline. Plants him with that tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Midori gets caught with an upkick by Dragon. Backslide driver from Smackage to Naga. Dragon ducks the clothesline. Pops up into the Rana. Standing Phoenix splash from the second rope as we get the namesake from Smackage onto Naga. Smackage not going for the pinfall attempt. Breaks up the one from Naga. Naga Dragon onto Midori. Dragon sent over that rope. Gets brought in the hard way by Smackage. Naga trying to make his way to his feet. Midori trying to get to his feet. Smackage going to catch his breath out in the playground. Midori tries stealing on Dragon. He's broken up by Smackage. He then falls into a pin attempt on Dragon. Midori looking big clothesline on Naga to take him out of the ring, but gets thrown over with a back body drop. Naga beckoning Midori to his feet as Smackage calling for Dragon to get up. We had a moonsault from Naga onto Midori, and a crossbody attempt from Smackage on a Dragon who stuffed it and rolls through with that roll-up roundhouse kick. Smackage snaps the arm of Dragon down, runs through with the leg drop, brother. That's what, 5 leg drops this match? We see Midori take Naga out of his boots with a clothesline. Double pin attempts. Both kick out at one. Dragon pops up with a head scissor takedown. Heads up top. Huge 630 splash from Dragon onto Smackage. Dragon with that 2.8 count. Almost put Team Ireland ahead 2 points. Works on the neck of Smackage now. Midori putting the boots snug on the outside. Dragon gets that takedown attempt stuffed by Smackage with the DDT. Naga dumped headfirst on the apron. The hardest part of the ring. Smackage with a gator roll. Turns that into a crossface. Naga with a capoeira kick counter on Midori. Midori plants Naga with a Michinoku driver on the outside. Ref out. Naga powers out at 2. Pop-up head scissors takedown. Dragon in the pinfall attempt on Smackage. Powers out at 2 again. There's action all over the place here. Midori into that gutbuster on Naga. Dragon keeps the work going on Smackage. Dropkick to the back. Basement dropkick from Naga onto Midori on the outside. Kick down low. Naga counters with an elbow to the knee. Takes Midori out of his boots with a clothesline. Smackage with that standing Shiranui holds on. Dragon powers out at 2. Naga back in to break it up. Leaves Midori laying on the outside. Naga immediately goes right back to work on his prey. Smackage stuffs that big knee. Rolls through with that wheelbarrow facebuster onto Dragon. Smackage has Dragon hooked. Spikes it with the namesake on the outside. Naga takes Midori down with the tilt-a-whirl DDT. Naga breaks up the pin. Tijuana Reaper on Smackage out of nowhere. Team Mexico now moves into moves into a tie with Ireland as they go up to 1 point, and Team America loses the one they had. We see Smackage take out Naga with that backslide driver early. It hits the namesake, doesn't go for the pinfall. Naga hit that Spanish fly on Midori on the outside. One of the multiple leg drops that was thrown out in this match from Smackage. Dragon would hit that 630 splash onto Smackage. Thought it was over there. Team Mexico now moves back into a tie with Team Ireland, which has been the story all day. Wizard isn't in his grave yet, Supernova. It's because he's here in this match. The greatest to ever play the game. The GOAT himself, Wizard. Looking to show the younger guys what the game is all about. As we have Grimm taking on Papa DiPatio, Evan Myers, and the aforementioned Wizard. To be fair, at least they didn't lose the last match, so they're... I mean, Japan is officially out of contention, being at -2, while the other teams are all at 1. Well, Ireland and Mexico are at 1. Iceman chiming in on the feed. So we have a unique situation here to where we could end up potentially with a 3-way tie, to which we will address on the next episode of Storm should we get to that point. But in order for that to happen, Grimm would have to pin Wizard. If either member of Team Ireland, if either Evan Myers or Papa DiPatio get the pinfall, their country will be declared the winner of the World Cup in World War E. We await the entrance of Grimm, who we've seen take his rival out of contention. Grimm picked up his sole win of the tournament against Steve the Samurai earlier this morning. Supernova Pros, Gauntlet Team Ireland with Evan Myers tonight. Evan Myers went 1-2 in the bracket. Papa DiPatio went 2-1. Steve the Samurai actually had the same record as Papa DiPatio. But because Steve technically beat DiPatio in their match earlier, Team Canada was awarded the victory in the heavyweight bracket, which is what gave Ireland the overall win in brackets and gave them that tag team match against the Syndicate earlier. There was a whole lot of math going on in the back. It was chalkboards. I'm pretty sure we had a calculus professor. It was real bad for a little while. Grimm awaits the entrance of the two men that beat him. Papa DiPatio makes his first appearance in Europe. The biggest man in this match, the biggest selling shirt in the company. Was able to defeat Evan Myers and Grimm in their matches. Here's the man from Dublin. Prepares to make his way down to the ring. Picked up his sole win in the bracket against Grimm. Fell to Papa DiPatio earlier today with that ridiculous inside-out rope-assisted superplex. Decides to break out the leather jacket, said it's bringing him luck to this point. prediction win of Supernova Pro, making his way into that ring. That brawling style of his. Probably matched only by the brawling and the aggression of Grim. Not sure if any of that can even equate, though, to the striking game and the experience game of the man that's about to make his Blitz debut. The man that has a role named after him, the greatest of all time. Wizard blessing us with his presence tonight. One of the curators of the Silver Dragon Dojo. This man has trained champions all over the world. He's been a champion all over the world. The other three men in this match give him the respect of the ring. Once that bell rings, respect will be thrown out the window. Regardless if you're Wizard, regardless if you're Evan Myers, regardless if you're Grim or Papa Tapatio. Wizard and Tapatio locking it up. Wizard opens up with a super kick, takes Tapatio off his feet early. There's Grim and Myers locking it up on the outside. Grim with a double leg takedown, raining down the strikes on Myers. Wizard gets taken down by the arm drag. By Tapatio, catches him with the jawbreaker on the way in. Runs into one of the Tapatios. Big Papa with that vertical suplex toss onto Wizard. Grim has Myers up. Spikes him with the Gotch pile driver early. Wizard clotheslines Tapatio out of his boots. Grim has Myers off the ring, catches him with the big boot on his way in. Myers the overhead toss onto Grim. Myers the only man left in the ring standing tall. Grim fights his way back in. Face buster, or gourd buster rather. Tapatio onto the goat. We see his trained resume: Masaki, Midori, Suzuki, Akira, Fake, Adam Robinson, Ricky Shack. Grim spikes Myers with that straight jacket powerbomb as Wizard almost took the pinfall to Tapatio. We get a stretch muffler out of Grim. Wizard violating his own rule, but he doesn't think it's acceptable. We see Myers taken out of the ring by a big clothesline from Grim. Big German on the outside. Wizard laying the strikes down on Tapatio. Spins around with a looping shot. Layout reverse DDT. Wizard heading up to that second rope. Rolling cork, rolling senton. No water in the pool. Double pinfall attempt. Grim off those ropes. Big splash onto the back of Myers. He began the training of DJ 404 and Sakamoto Omega before they were both thrown out of the dojo. Grim has Myers up and takes a powerbomb, gets caught with the arm drag takedown. Wizard with the space tornado, Ogawa on the outside. Start back in the ring by Tapatio. Big Papa has a hold of the back of the head of Wizard, hits him with that headbutt, beals him across the ring. Big Papa up to that second rope. Decides better of it. Wizard spins him around. Slaps that reverse DDT out one more time. It's Grim with that straight jacket powerbomb on Myers one more time, plants him. Wizard turns his attention to Grim, sends him into that corner. Runs through with that knee strike. Takes him down with the clothesline, doubles it up. Catches the boot, sweeps the leg up from the back. And Wizard gets those kicks going. You do not want to be across the ring from him. Full Nelson slam from Myers onto Tapatio. Wizard kick takes Grim out of his boots. Grim finds a way to power out as Big Papa's tossed out of the ring by Myers. Grim has a hold of Wizard. Walks him out with the greetings from the Black Lodge. As Wizard hooked in that camel clutch. Myers is going to town on Tapatio on the outside. As I say that Tapatio catches that kick. Elbows the knee and delivers a big headbutt. Wizard drops Grim with that neck breaker. Sweeps the leg. Big Papa lays out Myers for that fireman's carry. Wizard with the arm drag. Big Papa with the elbow to the throat of Myers. Myers heads back into the ring and then back out promptly. Two big men doubling up on Wizard. Grim looked like he was thinking Denogonizer. Broken up by Tapatio, who then lays Wizard out with that left and right power slam. Both men want the recognition of being the guy that pinned Wizard. Grim introduces Big Papa shoulder first into that turnbuckle post. Spikes him with that alley-oop bomb. Myers going to pick up the scraps of Wizard. As Grim lays down the shots on Big Papa. Wizard reverses Irish whip onto Myers, sends him in the corner, follows it up with the knee. There's the short arm tackle. Two big men fighting out on the outside. Reverses the suplex with the Russian leg sweep. Grim takes Big Pop out with the clothesline. And to break up that pinfall. Falls into one of his own. Myers powers out of both. Wizard heads up top. Big 450 splash onto Myers. Turns his attention to Grim. Walks in, gets spiked with a Gotch pile driver. Grim turns his attention to Myers. And Grim steals one. Team America and Team Mexico are officially tied. You see that Wizard kick onto Grim. One more look at it. Grim would find a way to power out of that spinning Wizard kick. And then plant Wizard with that greetings from the Black Lodge. Take Tapatio out of his boots and out of the match. Then run and break the pinfall attempt from Wizard onto Myers. Wizard would get all of that 450 going back to his younger days, and Grim would steal that pinfall. We will address the tie on our next episode of Storm between Team Mexico and Team Ireland to crown our new #1 contenders. told we have one more match. And it's a big one, folks. As Bake laid down a challenge earlier this evening, was answered by our champion, Ray Demonio, to fully crown our Blitz World Championship as the world title. Neither of these men were originally even slated to be on this card tonight. This match was just as big of a shock as it was to me as it is to you guys. Ray Demonio has been competing on a whole other level since that #1 contenders tournament. We then seen him go for 20 minutes in that last man standing match against former champion Hugo Lazarus. And if you don't know Bake's resume, it's longer than the women's match was earlier. We're skipping the intros, getting straight into the action here. Bake with that trademark running DDT. Heads outside. Look, I'm being told now this match is no DQ as Bake brings in a chair. Demonio going straight to work. As Bake up, Bake showing some agility with the arm drag takedown. Picks that chair back up. Demonio dodges, steals the chair off of Bake. Catches Bake with a spear coming back in early. Has Bake in that double arm submission. I don't even know what you call that. Bake fighting out with the elbows. Bake with the Irish whip. Goes for the Fat Boy super kick. Demonio sidesteps it. Ducks a clothesline. Catches Bake on the top of his head with that flipping Pele kick. Turns his attention to that surgically repaired knee with that pair of knees to it. Demonio kicks that chair out of the ring. Heads up to that second rope. Demonio dives with that DDT. Bake rolls out of the ring. Pulls himself up with the ropes. Looks like Demonio's going to let him in. And as I say that, takes Bake off with that shoulder tackle. Bake has a hold of the champion. Introduces him face first to the apron. Kicks him low on the inside of the knee. Looked like he was going to run through the clothesline, run into a jawbreaker. Demonio with that slam attempt. Bake slides over with the neckbreaker counter. Demonio sent back into the ring. Bake looking for more toys. Gets another chairs. We've seen some flippy shit out of the champion. Gets up and takes a chair shot full force from Bake. Bake waiting for the champion to get back to his feet. Demonio steals the chair back off Bake. Has him up on the shoulders. Drives him spine first into that barricade. Bake sent back in by Ray. Ray with a big boot takes Bake back to the playground. Champion waiting for his challenger to get back in. Bake gets a fat guy super kick stuffed again, has Demonio up on the shoulders. Drops the throat first with that hot shot on the top rope. We get our first cover attempt of the match. Ray powers out at one. Bake pulling back on that crossface. Looks like he's raking the eyes as he's doing it. Demonio picks the ankles. Kicks Bake down low. Has him up for a powerbomb. Drops Bake face first with that stun gun. Follows it up with a cannonball into that corner. Catches Bake with that high kick. Snapmares him down. Brings him back to his feet. Showing the power game. Lays him out with that inverted DDT. And then you're back into that second rope. Dives through that DDT one more time. Telling Bake he's not the only one with the DDT he likes. Bake sent face first into that neutral corner. Demonio looks like he's going for that Ray Damone special DDT. We've seen him plant Grim with that 3 times in that finale of that tournament. Bake sweeps the leg. Ray powers out at one again. Bake just trying to make the champion spend that energy. Takes from the ground with a rising knee. Champion has a hold of that straight jacket neckbreaker. Gets all of it on the challenger. Waits for Bake to get back to his feet. Kicks him down low. Could be looking for Kingdom Come early. Gets all of it. Ray Demonio is still your world champion. You see that spear early in the match. Bake came out of the gate swinging. You see him bring 2 chairs in early. That hot shot on the top rope. That Damone DDT spelled the beginning of the end for the Bake. He would ultimately fall victim to the Kingdom Come. Ray Demonio, in his first defense as world champion, retains. Against a very game Bake. And if that's not on the cover of a magazine next week, nothing should be. So for Team Ireland, Team Japan, Team America, and Team Mexico, who we will decide the winner of ultimately this week on Storm. For Mighty, for Beck Wild, but more importantly for Ray Demonio, I have been your voice of choice, DrMarxout. Thank you for watching World War E. Keep your eyes peeled for the tryout on our next show. Have a good night, everybody.